All right, so let's check the audio. Let's do a mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be. Let's check the audio. Let's do a mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be. Let's check the audio. So. Let's check what's going on in the universe. Anything critical? Russian ruble meltdown. Yeah, they keep telling me that the ruble is melting down. Highlights. What is this? I don't know. Professor Tim Wilson. Who is that? Leftist women will end up alone. China's failed knockoff J20? Really? Mocked by Russian media as a patchwork air cow? I don't know about that. I doubt it. There's no masculine appeal from the left. Israel ceasefire. Trump potential plan for Israel. Okay. Nothing critical. Let's see what we got. What do we have? Okay, so back to Bell's theorem. So in the previous episode, we debunked two YouTube creators. We need to separately debunk quantum computing. Maybe I should change this also to quantum computing. Quantum computing is BS. It doesn't exist. You're welcome. So, all right. So we debunked Brian Greene. On Bell's theorem. So this we debunked. We found out exactly.
Right. Again,
this is exactly the point where he makes the mistake. So he's saying, let's just review why this is absolutely wrong. And I wrote a comment. I wrote him an email. So at 30:10, let's go to 30:10. This is where he first presents, basically around this time. Wherever he first presents, right? This is where he introduces this machine, and this is what he says. He says that according to Einstein, now it's nothing, of course, to do with Einstein personally. This is the Einstein position. There's two positions about superposition. The question is about superposition. Bell's theorem is a response to EPR. EPR is a response to superposition. The question on the table is superposition physical, or is it epistemic? Is it a superposition of our knowledge, or is it a superposition of reality? Is the particle really in superposition, or is the particle not? There's no such thing as superposition. Superposition is just a mathematical handy tool that we use to represent the fact that we don't know the state of the particle, so therefore we say, well, it's in a superposition of multiple states simultaneously. It just represents our knowledge. So that's the Einstein position. Einstein took the position that, of course, reality is real. This is also called realism or whatever. And Bohr took the position of anti-realism, that there is no reality when we're not looking, which is obviously ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you try to make sense of the anti-realist position, you can't. So the EPR paper, E stands for Einstein. Einstein wasn't so happy with the paper, but we know from correspondence and from people that explain it. The point was to discuss, is superposition reality or is superposition our knowledge? Is the particle really in superposition or is it really not in superposition? What is the particle doing? The question is where do what's the evidence, right? So the question is, what's the evidence that the particle really is in a physical superposition? So Bohr would say, and then Bell came along, and Bell said, well, that's exactly the Bell test. The Bell test proves that reality is in a superposition, meaning anti-realism is correct, meaning there is no reality. And Bell says this explicitly. If you ever wondered, if somebody ever tells you that the speed of light is the fastest speed, no, here is Bell's paper, the original, and he says literally conclusion. Moreover, the signal involved must propagate instantaneously, so that such a theory could not be Lorentz invariant, whatever that means. So instant propagation. So if anybody ever told you physicists believe that the speed of light is the maximum transfer of information, you can point them to Bell's paper. This is Bell, Mr. Bell, Dr. Bell, Professor Bell, with all due respect, was a complete and utter buffoon as far as I'm concerned. I don't understand his proof, but I understand the other proofs that I've seen. So Brian Greene, Professor Brian Greene, is obviously very famous. I have a lot of respect for him, but he's also, when it comes to this, he's a complete buffoon. With all due respect, you can be a genius in everything, but a complete buffoon in something. It's fine. So when it comes to understanding Bell's theorem and reality, Brian Greene is a complete buffoon. Let me just give me a minute. One minute, I'll be right back. So I love Brian Greene. I learn a lot of physics from his lectures. He simplifies things incredibly, but when it comes to this thing, he's a complete buffoon, nothing more. Which is fine. I mean, it's fine. You can be a complete buffoon when it comes to this thing and be a genius when it comes to other things. I don't claim to be always correct about everything. There's things that I might say that are, I might be a complete buffoon. But when it comes to this is buffoonery. This is absolute buffoonery, what he's showing here. I don't have any doubt about the fact that this is buffoonery. So he claims that my position, Einstein's position, this is also known as psi. What do you call it? The psi epistemic. So psi here? Psi. Psi is the Greek. Do I have Greek here? Oh, I removed the Greek. Did I remove all other? I guess I removed the other keyboards. So this is psi. I think I wrote it in the comment itself that the psi epistemic. Did I? So he says now the particles have to have definite spins along all three of the possible axes according to Albert Einstein. And I say, no, this is absolutely wrong. This is not true. Einstein's position is that a particle has a definite spin in one direction. Why do you say that it has a... Einstein's position does not entail that a particle has three definite spins. This is obviously ridiculous. This is not what the debate is about. This is literally a straw man. He's creating a straw man of the Einstein position, which is the psi epistemic position. And he's showing, if we assume the psi epistemic, we get the wrong answer. Okay. That's not psi epistemic. That's some straw man of the psi epistemic. That's not psi epistemic. Since the psi epistemic is the Einstein position that of realism, that even when you don't observe a particle, it has a value, it has a state, it has a quantum state. That the cat is either dead or alive before you look at it. It doesn't suddenly decide to die or live when you look at it. The moon is there when you don't observe it. That's Einstein's position. Since the rest of this proof depends on this incorrect representation of the Einstein, this is literally disinformation. This is disinformation. Therefore, this entire proof is invalid. QED, cheers. So this is from 1 day ago. That's my comment. So what is he saying here? He's saying that when the particle pair is created, and we send the two particles each to the other side of the galaxy or the universe, and we measure them, he says that the multiple spins are predetermined. The multiple spins. What spins? He says the what do you call it? The measurement. The measurement is predetermined. But who said that? Who said that the measurement is predetermined? That's not Einstein's position. That the measurement. That's not the psi. That right? We're discussing locality and realism. This is what. Right? This is the non-locality of the universe. We want to know. All that we care to know is, does this particle have to communicate with this particle? Because we know that the measurements are correlated, which, it's not just a particle. I mean, the device has to correlate. A lot of things have to correlate, which brings him to conclude that these two particles and whatever, they're connected. Oh my God, long time no see. Oh my God, yeah. One of my most beautiful girls. One second. One second. Anyway, okay. Anything left to drink? No. So this is complete nonsense. This is atrocious. If this is right, he says this is his explanation of Bell's theorem. He says it's not really Bell's theorem. It's this guy. He calls him what's his name? David Merman. He says this is David Merman's explanation of Bell's theorem. This is Bell's theorem. And here's the conclusion of Bell's theorem. You can see he shows it. Conclusion: propagate instantaneously. So, I mean, this is obviously nonsense. This is obviously nonsense. Anyway, so this is the presentation. We don't. My answer to him is that this is a misrepresentation.
Hello,
Yes,
brother.
hello, X-Man. How are
So,
you?
so how are you doing? First of all,
Fantastic. How are you?
doing all right, brother. I've been having a chill day. Not nothing spectacular, but I'm thankful.
That's good. Thank.
So I'm
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what do you kind of like? It's gonna be like very direct and get like straight to the meat of it. But I'm thinking like, what do you think about existence? Is there a God? Is there not a God? Is there meaning to life? Is there not? What do you think about that?
Good. These are good questions. No, there's no God. This
Right. Okay.
universe, this universe looks like the universe that you would expect to see if there is no God. Um,
Okay.
Meaning of life. This life is very short, very fleeting. So don't die. Try to enjoy. You can enjoy. Optimize your life to enjoy it. Find a meaning and pursue it. It's up to you. You create your own meaning to your own life.
Okay, so do you believe like what actually no, what actually like led you to that conclusion?
Well, there is no God because the evidence, that's where the evidence points us that this universe looks unmanaged. This is what an unmanaged universe looks like. It fits.
Right, right. Yeah.
Mhm. The data fits the theory, right? You have a theory that there is no God. Let's come up with a theory that there is no God, meaning this universe is not managed. There's no one managing this universe. What would you expect an unmanaged universe to look like? Well, pretty much this. This is what you'd expect to see. A
But
mo-
what makes you what did you discover or like what information did you see that made you like think that?
the universe is mostly barren, empty, devoid of life, dead, and everyone does whatever they want. There's no justice. There's no good guys, bad guys.
Okay, so you one of the big reasons, right, is you think yeah, the universe is naturally barren and because there's a lot of suffering and evil in the world.
hmm Um, I don't know. I mean,
Okay. So I can like ask this. So how, let's say, if you had to be able to have autonomous human beings, right?
hmm
How would you be able to keep them completely free, but also not be able to make them, make a choice about using their freedom to do evil? How would you kind of navigate that?
but there is no possibility of evil and no evil. There's no such possibility because what is good for you might be bad for me, and vice versa. So there is no objective good and evil, good and bad.
Okay, so if there is no objective evil, that would mean that everything's subjective, right? That we decide what is right and wrong. So in that sense, right,
Not even that. It's what
that
it,
that would mean, right, that
no.
somewhere,
I
right,
said no.
that even
No, no,
you don't think okay, so if it isn't objective,
no, no, no.
then what is it?
It's not even subjective. So it's not that
Then
you
what is it?
decide. It's not that you decide for yourself what is good and bad. It's you decide for yourself what is good for you.
Yeah, but that's I mean that doesn't address like morality as a whole. Like what do people have to adhere to? Right? You need some kind of system. If you have a lot of people, if you have a community, if you have a society, you need a system, right? On like how they need to relate to each other. How would you realistically be able to do that without objectivity?
Wait, what? How is it possible to live to for society to exist without objectivity?
Yeah, of like I mean in the sense that you need harmony, you need cohesion in a society, right? Because
Why
else
do
you're
you
gonna
say
have
that?
conflict all the time, right? You're gonna have clashes. And if you constantly have clashes, you're gonna waste resources and then the society will fall apart. So you need some kind of code to unify the people under. And if that code is not objective, right? How would you do that? That's what I'm asking you, right? That's what I'm thinking.
In the long run, I think human civilization is about to, to die. I think this is the end. So I don't think it's possible.
What makes you think that actually? Because that's a very like a special opinion. That's a very like yeah, like distinct opinion.
No, it's very, I think it's pretty standard, but it doesn't matter. I think this is the end. I mean, it looks like it. It looks like,
All right.
looks pretty, it looks like we're not gonna make it. It's gonna get worse and
Okay.
worse, and we're not gonna make it.
Okay.
So, so there is no answer to your question. And it doesn't matter if you have cohesion or you don't have cohesion. I mean, it looks like we're not gonna
I
make
think it
it.
does a lot. I mean, history shows that if you have, a lot of different parties that view at the same objectives vastly differently, they're not going to be able to cooperate, right? That's a logical thing about cooperation.
Why do you want? I mean, you have literal what's known as cooperatives, or companies. A company, a firm, and um, is an economic entity of cooperation, like Google and Amazon and Facebook. These are entities of extreme cooperation. So you can create extreme cooperation using, you know, it's just that's the nature. That's just nature. If you just let humans be, they will create these cooperating entities. That's just the nature of humans.
I mean, would you still hold that opinion even though we humans are faulty in our nature?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means faulty.
Faulty means like we are flawed in our nature, like
I
we're
don't
not
know what that.
perfect.
I don't know what perfect in reference to what. How do you measure perfection? How do you measure? How do you measure a human? Well, by what do you measure? I don't know what that means.
I mean, flawed in the sense just means like that we human beings, we don't know how to do everything because we make mistakes. And because we
I
make
don't know.
mistakes,
What
we
does it
will
mean to
come up
make
with
a
systems that are
What does it mean to
imperfect.
make a mistake? Define mistake.
Brother, what do you, it's very straightforward what a mistake is, brother. What do you mean?
What do you, look, we're having a philosophical discussion. You can't just say. that something you can't just refuse to answer a question in a philosophical discussion. You have to try and
It's
answer.
it's not that. It's more the fact that you're asking me to define a word that's commonly known. Like it's very straightforward and common sense what mistake means. I don't mean to be like no disrespect, but like I mean like in the sense if we want
But
to progress to like some sort of
but in
truth, right?
but in it
We're
is
gonna if I'm how am I gonna be able to like say a truth or how are we gonna get to a point of my argument if every time I say something you're gonna be like, well, define this, define
I'm
this.
not but I'm
Like,
not asking you to define it to prevent you from. I'm trying to look. You have to try and answer the question. If you don't try to answer the question, I don't know what to do. I mean, you have to answer the
I mean,
question.
I mean, mistake. I mean, I could look up a definition.
It 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 it, it,
So
it doesn't. No, don't look up a definition. That's the look.
it's very important to look up a
No,
definition
no, no,
because
no,
if I don't look at the definition, right,
no. The
and then I
point.
say something wrong,
No, I'm not
then
judging you. I'm not judging you. I'm not here to judge
uh,
you.
it's to misunderstand the meaning of something or to blunder in the like to make a
No,
wrong judgment.
no, 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 no. Don't. I don't want to. I'm not asking for a dic. I know the dictionary. You don't. We don't have a problem understanding each other. The word mistake is, we both learned it probably, within the first year of our existence, or second or third year. So there's no issue with that word. It's not like some strange word that we never heard before in our lives. But we're having a discussion about you. You're saying humans have failings and humans are imperfect, and I'm trying to show you that, and I'm asking you, how do you measure? And you're saying, well, we make mistakes. Yeah, you're begging. This is called begging the question. You're not answering my question. You're claiming that
Okay,
humans,
okay. I
right?
think, listen, I think it's very straightforward what a mistake is, but I'll explain it, right?
No, no,
In the
no.
sense, how do you measure it? You measure it in the sense, can a human make a wrong judgment?
But
Yes, we can.
that's
I.e., with our,
this is begging the question. What is wrong judgment? By what do you measure? I mean,
bro,
yeah. My whole point is that there is no objective. There's no God,
okay,
right? In my universe,
this is the thing.
yes, sir.
This is the thing, right? This is
Hmm.
what you're doing, right? You try explaining something, you said like there's no God, right? I do this, right? This is what you're doing.
Hmm.
What's a God, bro?
No, no, no. Hold on. Stop. We
Bro,
both.
what's a no, bro?
No, no, no. Come on. Stop. Yeah.
What's a come on, dude?
Stop.
You see that how you're trying to articulate a point,
I'm not
and I'm
trying to do
stopping you dead
anything.
in your tracks all the time, right?
I'm not trying to do anything. My whole point is that there is no objective metric to judge anyone by anything. I told you this.
What?
Yes. What do you mean? What? In my universe, there is no God. That is
I
some.
mean, sure, but
Mhm.
there's some objective
No,
metric.
there
Like, it's fair
isn't.
you think there's no God,
No,
but
there isn't. There's nothing
um,
objective in this
what?
universe. That's what that's my whole point.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's the definition of truth then? If there's nothing objective,
Exactly, exactly. There is no definition. Exactly. It's up to you. It's like,
What?
yes. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Dude, you gotta admit there is a truth. Truth does exist.
I
There's
admit
an
there's
objective
my
truth.
truth. I admit there's my truth. I don't know if that's your truth. I
Yo,
can't force my truth on you.
dude, dude.
What?
Okay, 2 plus 2 equals. I say two plus
I
two equals five.
agree.
That's my truth.
I agree that one plus one is two. I agree. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. It's my truth. I can't
No,
force
but I
you.
think I no no no. But I think 1 plus 1 equals 3. So
Then
that's my
I
truth.
can't force you to say it. I can't force you to believe different than what you believe, and there's no
No,
way to do it.
but you can say there's no truth, brother. You can say there is a truthful claim.
I
The
don't
truthful claim is
know.
2 plus 2 equals 4, no
But
matter
it's
what
my
some of the
no,
things.
it's mine. Whatever I will say, it's me believing it.
Dude,
I believe, even if I agree with everything you're saying, that's still me believing it. That's still
bro,
subjective.
You're saying right now you can't say an objective truth about two
Even if
plus
I
two
even
equals
if I
four. Don't you
agree,
realize how
even if
ridiculous that
even if I
sounds? Like,
agree that there is objective truth and there is a God and there is whatever you want, that's still me. That's still my subjective belief. It's still just
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you just said you can't say this an objective truth like two plus two equals four, no matter what someone's opinion is.
I'm saying even if I agree that it's true, it's still just me, my opinion. It's still subjective truth. It's still just within between my ears. It
No,
will
you're
never.
missing. No, you're missing my point. You're missing my point.
This is so brain dead.
This is crazy, dude. This is wild. The fact that we've gotten to a point as a society where you can't even say two plus two equals four is an objective truth,
Even if I
no matter what
agree, but
someone's
I
opinion is.
look, yeah, even if I
Dude,
agree, but even if I agree that it's the most objective truth in the universe, it's still just me saying that. It's just me. It's just little me. It's inconsequential. So what if I say that? So what if I say whatever you want me to say? So what? What? Well, I don't understand the question. Why are you laughing? What's so? You're laughing. You're
You're trying
crying.
way too hard to be different. I'm gonna be honest. You're trying way too hard to be different, Mr. Slave.
What do you
Like, no
mean?
disrespect to you, man.
like
You're just
two
trying
plus
way
two
too hard.
equals four, dude. It's like there is an objective truth, no matter what anyone
Even if
thinks.
I
That's a fact.
agree, I'll repeat myself as many
You're
times as you
repeating yourself.
want.
No. You're repeating your bro. I'm laughing at the fact that it's. I think it's from my point of view. I think it's completely ridiculous that someone can argue that even if people agree, even if whatever, it's still everything is just subjective. That is like breaking the whole definition of truth. Truth means information based on reality, which means there is a reality no matter what anyone thinks or believes, right? So there is an objective truth about that is based in reality. But you're saying everything is just subjective. That makes no sense. That's why I'm laughing.
Mm-hmm. What's the
Yeah,
what?
exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't want to repeat myself.
Yo, okay. It is what it is. We can agree to disagree still. I respect your
No, we
time,
cannot agree to
but
disagree.
this
I
is
cannot agree to
we're not
disagree.
gonna but we're
That
not going
that's
anywhere with
that's
this
one thing.
conversation.
That's
Like,
one thing I cannot do. I cannot agree to disagree. Don't have I
bro,
that
you
makes
should learn that skill. It's a valuable skill
what skill?
to agree to disagree. Let things go.
I don't know.
And the answer is going to be agree to disagree because you've claimed reality is an objective. So you can't argue for the fact that you can't
You can't
disagree.
rationally debate that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
No, I cannot agree to disagree. I mean, I'm correct, and you're welcome to try and change my mind.
listen,
Yeah,
but
that's
how?
the point. You can believe that you're correct. That's fine because X-Men can believe you can agree to disagree. You can't
No, he
disprove that.
cannot. No, impossible.
I just did though.
No,
Yeah,
you're
of
just
course you
saying.
can because
You're just saying it
it's
because
subjective.
you're just saying it because you're a religious zealot and you want there to be a god and you cannot
What?
No,
you cannot
you've
let
claimed
go. You cannot let go.
subjectively.
What?
That's what you claimed.
You said there's no objective truth, so how could I convince you if everything is just an opinion, right? Then it's like saying, "Oh, I like salt on my steak more than pepper. I only like pepper on my steak," right? You can't argue about that. That's a matter of personal opinion, right? You can't, convince someone logically to use another kind of seasoning, right?
That has nothing to
So
do with
you're
our discussion.
yes, it
Everything I said
does.
is
Yes, it does.
no, it doesn't.
Because there's no objective truth about taste when it comes to a lot of seasonings and
It
stuff
has
like that.
nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with
Okay,
that.
no, you're not getting what I'm saying. You're not getting
I
my point.
am. I am. You want to
You're
agree
not
to
listening.
disagree, and I refuse. I'm not going to agree to disagree. I'm going to agree to being correct, and you're wrong. And this and you're welcome to try and change my mind, which you're not even trying. You're just laughing as if laughing changes my mind. You can pretend
What are
to.
you even
Maybe
trying to say?
because you're missing your
Bro, I don't
argument.
even know
You
at this
you
point.
you said that he can't convince you that 1 + 1 is 2 because that's your opinion. It's an opinion,
No,
subjective.
I never
So
said
you
no. He can try
Yes,
and
you did.
No, I never. No,
No, but,
with the word convinced did not come up, so you cannot claim that
okay,
I
so
said anything about
is 1
convincing.
plus 1 equals 2?
No,
Is
no,
1
no,
plus
no.
1
What
equal
you
2?
said is incorrect. What you said is
Okay, so
incorrect.
does 1 plus 1 equal 2?
In my personal opinion, I
Dude, that
might.
is crazy.
It's a deep question. It depends on. It,
How is 1 plus 1 equals 2 a deep question,
why do
dude?
you keep
Yeah, but
laughing
that's fine.
as if this
That's
discussion
fine.
is funny? This is a deep
That's
philosophical.
fine.
Mr. X-Man, if you want to have a deep philosophical discussion, we can. If you're gonna laugh every time I say something, then I'm gonna, mute you. I'm not. I'm not. I'm here to have a deep
What?
philosophical discussion.
No,
All
just
right.
go down the line of question to resolve this conversation. So, are you saying that 1 plus 1 equals 2 is wrong?
It's neither right nor wrong at the end of
Yeah.
the day because I mean, I if I said 1 plus 1 is 2, you would say, okay, prove it, and I'm not going to be able to prove it. So I don't
No,
know
I'd say I agree. I'd say I agree.
what.
If you said 1 plus 1 equals 2, and I wouldn't say prove it, I'd say I agree.
Well, I would say I would need to prove it. It doesn't matter if you say. I would need to prove it. Mr. X-Men, you can leave because you don't
Yeah,
belong
but
in
it's
this
subject, right?
conversation. What?
It's subjective, though, right?
What do you mean it's subjective? What do you mean
Well,
by
you just said.
my
You just
opinion?
said.
My opinion about the universe is my opinion about the universe. What else do you want me to
Right.
say?
Okay.
Mhm.
So, based upon that, if it's your opinion, in X-Men's opinion,
Mhm.
you can agree to
I don't
disagree.
know. I don't know X-Men's opinion. Every time I said something, he started laughing. X-Men, please leave. You don't belong here. This we're not joking. We're here to have a deep philosophical discussion. So you should leave.
I mean, you were trying to build your head into the sand for no reason, bro. I don't know. Like you're purposely being stubborn the entire conversation. I don't see why him laughing is such a big deal to you.
What do you mean?
Because
What
because
if
then
What do you
you.
think? I
Oh,
what you think I want to have a
use the
conversation?
context clues.
What?
I
it's
mean,
your
you've been saying
concept.
a whole bunch of a concept of what I've been hearing the entire time.
Yeah, yeah. It's your concept,
The
slave,
same
is
thing with him saying where he can't agree to disagree, just
yeah.
because just because it's his feelings, it's his opinion. I mean, it's corny to me. He's purposely trying to be different. I mean,
Who?
it's gotten to a point.
Who's
No,
being
but the whole
trying to
point
be
of his
different?
argument is you can't claim that he can't agree to disagree because your claims are subjective. So you're saying that to you 1 plus 1 is 2. Well, you said, well, you can't agree to disagree. Well, he's saying subjectively to him you can. So you can't argue that
Look,
fact.
I
before
mean,
we
you can refuse to accept the truth, but the truth will remain the truth. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
no before look before having any discussion about X-Men. So every time I said something, he started laughing at me as if he basically mocking my position, basically trying to submit me to agreeing with him by claiming that uh, you know, my position is absurd. So this is basically what's known as reductio ad absurdum, which is a logical fallacy. So he just basically he kept claiming by laughing every time I was speaking. He's basically saying that my position is absurd. That's absurd. That's absurd. Like, okay, that's not.
You're changing the parameters for him, though.
We,
That's the thing. So
it's
the
fine.
whole time
It's fine.
we agreed.
It's
Yeah,
fine. But he cannot just keep laughing every time I say something. That's inappropriate. That's not. That's being violent. That's using a logical fallacy to try to submit your opponent to agree by keep
yeah. So that's the whole
by
point of
mocking.
what I'm trying to say.
No, no, you cannot mock your
What I'm
opponent.
trying to say, I mean,
Fine, but
I'm trying to say to you, when
yeah,
you so the whole time basically you were saying
yes.
that everything is subjective. So him saying 1 plus 1 equals 2, you can say, well, that's subjective. To you, it is. And then you said,
I just want to stress, X-Men, you should leave. I'm not unmuting you. You don't belong in this conversation. You might as well have called me names. I don't have discussions with people who are violent. You're violent. You tried to make fun of me. I did not enjoy that. So please leave. Yes, I'm listening. What's the
and
question?
that was my whole contention. That was my whole contention, is the fact that the whole time he was asking you questions that
He
he was
was
claiming to
laughing.
be.
He was laughing. He was pretend laughing every time
Hey,
I.
can I just finish? Just finish what I was going to say?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah. So the whole time in the conversation, he was supposing that there is things that we can confirm as factual,
He
i.e.,
wasn't.
1 + 1
He
= 2.
wasn't talking. Ever. I mean, he said
Can I
something.
just, yeah, but can I just finish, bro? Because like I know you
What's the
keep saying that he
point?
kept saying something and that. Okay, so my point being is, when we got to the end of the conversation, your whole time was everything was subjective to you or him. So whatever he perceived to be factual may not be factual to you. So then the argument goes down to when he claims that we can agree to disagree, is his subjective reaction to the situation. You then claimed, no, we can't agree to disagree. Well, then you're going against your own foundations because you're telling him there is a fact. Somebody can't agree. You have to disagree.
Uh. Oh, so Goober says lose an argument, mute someone. Nice one. No, no, no. He wasn't arguing. Mr. X-Man, every time I opened my mouth, he wouldn't let me speak without him laughing while I'm speaking. That's that's inappropriate. So if you're going to be inappropriate in my room, then no, that's unacceptable. Yeah, I'm sorry. What are you trying to say? Is anybody here trying to say something?
About what?
The name of the room is Bell's Inequality is BS. Do you know anything about Bell's Inequality?
Bell's inequality? Um, does it have to do with the person who invented the telephone,
No, that's
Alexander Graham
Graham
Bell?
Bell. Graham Bell. No, Bell's
So
Inequality is
I'm
another.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know what it is. I'm actually very interested in quantum mechanics,
Oh, okay.
and Bell's inequality is actually very. That's why I came in the room, because of the room name.
Mm-hmm.
Bell's inequality is very interesting because the violation of Bell's inequality, where it's something less than 2 or 2 or less,
Yeah.
that's the inequality that should be
Can you?
there,
What?
but it's not satisfied in terms of entanglement.
So look,
Entanglement, yeah,
Bell's Inequality. When I mean Bell in his paper, he makes in
mm,
his conclusion, he talks about faster instant propagation of
right,
instant
through
propagation.
entanglement, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So what's your position?
Um, but thing is, when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
the okay, like the classic experiment would be like spin up, spin down, right? And like let's say a photon goes, I think there's certain, maybe it's a photon that where if it splits into two, then one is going left and one's going right, for
Mm-hmm.
example.
Mm-hmm.
If something decays into two photons or something like that, some
Mm-hmm.
particle. Okay. And if the one has to be spin up, one has to be spin down based on laws of quantum mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
So if one's going one direction, let's say, and one goes the other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in a box,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so you don't know if it's spin up or spin down. You just literally don't know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person opens the box at the other end of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then all of a sudden it's spin up. The other one has to be spin down, but it has no reality unless the person opens the box, apparently.
Wait, wait, wait,
Unless you
wait.
believe
Wait,
in
wait, wait,
hidden
wait. Wait,
variables.
wait, 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 wait. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So so you said that you said the word reality?
Yeah. Well, in reality, in terms of what?
No, you just said as soon as you said reality, there is no reality or something. I wanted you to stop.
Oh, right. Yeah, it has no. Yeah, and I was going to tell you, it has no reality in terms of something like out of a superposition. It remains in a superposition. It's the wave function,
Wait, wait,
you
wait,
know, so
wait,
to
wait,
speak,
wait,
in
wait, wait,
the
wait, wait,
Copenhagen.
wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait. There's no, when I say wait or no, there's no point in you continuing to steamroll me
Right.
because I'm trying to, I don't understand something, then what's
Right.
the
But
point?
I have to complete the whole like wave function collapse has not occurred.
No. You don't
Yeah.
have to complete. If you complete and I already don't understand something that you said and you
Okay.
complete, now you have no idea what
Right.
now I
Go
can't
ahead.
even,
Go ahead.
I don't know how to continue the conversation at that point. So,
Well, what point
so
do you?
it's
It seems
critical.
like you object to the superposition.
It's critical that you stop as soon as as soon as I interrupt you. It's critical that you stop. Otherwise, it's going to
Okay.
be
Sure.
an
Sure.
impossible conversation. So go ahead,
Right.
explain. You can explain again, and please stop as soon as I ask you to stop.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so basically, when it comes to the if you don't believe in the hidden variables thing, where hidden variables means like, are you familiar with the hidden variables interpretation? Like it's called
I
the
heard
pilot wave theory interpretation.
I heard hidden variables, and I
Yeah.
heard pilot and stuff, but
Okay. Well,
I
just to
don't
let you
know.
know, okay, like
Hmm.
the main three um most popular interpretations of quantum mechanics is Copenhagen's collapse, which is the wave function collapses,
Which, okay,
and
I'll tell you.
that's when you get a
Okay.
measurement.
Oh, wait. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Okay.
You gotta stop steamrolling. I let you speak freely, but stop steamrolling me.
No, I'm gauging your knowledge of this subject.
It's
Yeah.
fine, but when I ask you to stop, please stop. What's the point of you continuing to steamroll me? I don't understand. I don't know how
No,
to have
because
a
I'm getting to the
conversation.
point.
I don't know how to have a
I'm getting to a
conversation.
point.
I don't know, but you can get to the point, and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question about something that you said a
Okay.
minute ago.
Okay.
How can we have a conversation like this? I don't know how to have a conversation like this, and I'm sorry that I
Okay.
have to.
Fine. Go ahead.
No, but I
Go
keep
ahead.
saying this, and you keep ignoring my request, and you just keep
No, because you tell
steamrolling
me to
me.
go, and I go, and I need to complete the thought.
You don't.
I must do it.
You must
Yeah.
not. Absolutely not. You have to stop thinking that you have to complete anything. You don't have to
No.
complete. We have to talk. In order for us to talk, you have to stop when I ask you to stop. Otherwise, I don't see the point. It's not talking. You can make videos on
No,
YouTube and
but
ask me to
wait.
watch.
Oh, right. Okay, but thing is, you asked me to explain hidden variables, and that's what I was doing.
It's
See?
fine. But when I ask you to stop, if you don't stop, then that's not a conversation. That's called a monologue. And you can make videos on YouTube and send me a link, and I'll
Okay. Go ahead.
notice that when you interrupt me, I stop instantly. And when I ask you to stop, you never stop. You continue
Okay,
steamrolling.
go ahead.
No, this is critical. Okay,
I know. Okay.
go
Yeah.
ahead. You go
Go ahead.
ahead. You go ahead and stop when I ask
Well,
you to stop.
wait.
Let's not, I don't want to
Okay.
waste
Again.
time.
Okay.
Just stop when I ask you to stop.
Right.
It's so simple. Go ahead.
Okay. So, but the previous stop, you don't want to go
You can
with the
say
introduction
anything
there.
you want as long as you stop when I ask you to stop so we can discuss whatever I have a
Okay.
disagreement with.
Okay. So back to the three interpretations of quantum mechanics. Okay, stop me whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is the Copenhagen interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
which describes wave function collapse.
Okay.
From
Okay. Wave function collapse. What is a
right.
wave
Go
function?
ahead.
What is a wave function?
Oh, you don't know? Okay. Well, a wave function is its description of a particle. Okay, with regard to a certain quantum
Okay.
state. Let's say position.
How can you have a wave function description of a particle? How does that work?
Okay, so let's say an electron. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
an electron, and what you're trying to do.
Wait. What is an electron?
Electron is described as it doesn't have a size. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it has. I mean, at least it's not known that it has a size. It has a charge and a weight, a mass,
Mm-hmm.
and it can be localized, as in like you can't know exactly where it is. Because the more you go further and further, then it's basically like a point particle. Okay.
That doesn't make
So
any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
yeah, but it's a thing. It is a thing. Okay.
That doesn't
It's
make any sense.
but it just
What you just said makes zero sense.
no, but in terms of a description, they don't know exactly where it is. They know it's somewhere in
You
a certain
said
area.
no. You said it's a point particle. When you say point,
Yeah.
that makes zero sense.
Mhm. Yeah, well, that's the reason why science hasn't really gotten to the point where they can identify what it is.
What you said
Okay.
is nonsense. Literal nonsense. It makes no sense. What you said, I don't know science. What you just said
Yeah.
makes no sense. So you're
No, it's
repeating.
described as a point particle.
Okay, that makes no sense. So I'm
Okay,
sorry.
well, I'll give you a definition of point particle. Okay.
That makes no sense. You
Because
cannot. You can, the word point was explained to me when I was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old or
right,
something. Has never changed. It has no
right,
meaning in the universe. It is a fantastical notion that has no meaning
right.
in the universe. There is no point anything in the universe. That I know.
No. But you have to understand the context of the word point particle.
You cannot have
I'm
a
going to try to
point
get you a good
particle. So
definition.
if you're going to continue repeating point particle, I'm going to keep saying that makes no sense.
Trying to define what an electron is. It's the best way.
What?
It's the best way to because if you say something like electrons don't exist, you cannot say something like this. Okay.
What? What did you say?
That electrons don't exist.
I said
Did you say?
electrons don't exist. When did you hear me
No,
say
I'm saying
electrons don't exist?
no, because in order, if you were to say point particles don't exist, okay, then
Hold on, no. I
okay,
said point anything doesn't to me doesn't mean anything. A point
okay,
is a dimensionless object. Obviously, it cannot
right,
exist.
exactly,
What do you mean
right.
exactly?
Okay, so now I'm going to tell you why. Can you let me talk? Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, it's considered a point. Electron's considered a point particle in that definition in the context of physics. Obviously,
You're wasting your
it is
time.
something of.
You're wasting your time. I don't
No,
understand.
but
I don't.
okay, but just let me finish the sentence. Okay.
What's the point?
Obviously, point is dimensionless, but
Yeah.
it is the way physicists describe it, and
I
I'll
don't,
give you the
I'm not talking
definition.
to
Hold on.
physicists. I'm
Okay.
talking to you right now. Please don't appeal to physicists. It's you and me right now.
Okay, but okay. Let me just. I'm giving you the definition. It's a
I
thing.
don't
I'm giving
care.
you the definition.
It's you
Okay?
and me.
Okay.
You explain to me.
Right.
We're having a discussion.
Yeah.
If I want to talk to
Right.
physicists, I'll go to YouTube to talk. I'm talking
No,
to
but
you
we're
right
talking
now.
about physics. We're talking
What?
about physics.
Physicists.
We're talking about physics.
I don't want to know about appeal to anything. No appeal. So you and me are having a conversation. Please explain to me.
Yeah.
I'm listening. So what is an electron?
Okay. No. But wait. First, I'm going to tell you what a point particle is. Okay. In terms of physics and how they describe it. You may disagree with this definition. That's
Please
fine.
don't
Okay?
appeal. I don't care about
Hold
they.
on. Let me tell you what it means. Okay. A point particle is an idealized object that has no spatial extent, zero size. Okay. And is treated as a single point in space. It is treated as a single point in space. It simplifies calculations by assuming all properties such as mass, charge, or momentum are concentrated at a single point. This concept is useful for modeling objects when their size and shape are negligible compared to the scale of the problem. Okay. So it's basically something that we just use. Okay, I mean physicists use just because they don't know what it is yet. Okay, it just makes more sense to treat it as a point particle. Okay, it's not a thing really. It's treated as such. Okay.
Look, I can treat.
So, for example,
Hold on, hold on.
if you were to define an electron,
Wait,
okay.
wait,
Now
wait,
I'm gonna go. Hold
wait,
on.
wait, hold on. So I can treat the sun as a point particle when it comes to the solar system.
No.
What do you mean no?
No, because it has size.
No,
See?
no, no. When it comes to doing solar system, like Earth and Sun calculations, I can use Newton's F equals GMM over R squared. And in that calculation, the sun is a point particle and the Earth is a point particle. That's a
No,
treatment,
no,
no?
no, no,
Wait,
no.
F equals GMM over R squared, so the M's are not treated as point particles?
When it comes to the mass, okay, well, like the size has to be in there somewhere. The
F equals GMM over R
when it
squared.
comes,
Where's the size of the particles, of the M's?
oh wait, G, okay, the equation, the length has to be, or the circumference or whatever. I
What do
mean,
you
it has to
mean?
be
F equals
somewhere.
GMM over R squared. M1 and M2. Where is the circumference? Where is the dimensions of M1 and M2?
Isn't it over R squared?
R squared is the distance between M1 and M2.
Okay, right. You're right. You're right. It's treated as the center of mass. There you go. That's a good example. Okay. That in itself is treated as a point particle because the mass between,
So
let's say, a
that's
sun and
fine.
another
It's
star.
fine. It's fine. It's just a
Okay.
treatment. I asked you what an electron is. If I ask you what the sun is, you wouldn't start by
Mhm.
saying it's a point particle. You could
Yeah.
you could during the explanation of what
Yeah.
the sun is, you could tell me, well, we could model the sun Earth system as 2 point
Mhm.
particles. We could model
Right.
it for
Right.
GMM over R squared.
Right. Right.
You wouldn't
Right. Right.
start,
Right.
if I
You
ask
can.
you what
Yeah.
the sun is, you wouldn't start by saying the sun is a point particle. You wouldn't, that's not how, why you start, when I ask you what the electron is, why are you starting with it's a point particle? Why would you do that? That's what,
Because
Mhm,
that
mhm,
is something like to know what something is.
mhm.
Usually, size is important, right? Because I could tell you its mass, like it's certain properties like mass, momentum, charge, all these different things. But it makes sense to visualize something. It
Mhm.
makes sense to kind of say, okay, it's sizeless. So you can't really kind of conceptualize it. Because remember, we were talking about what a wave function is.
Yeah,
Okay. And
and
I was
now,
trying to describe this to you.
but now we're talking about what an electron is.
Right.
We
So, okay, like we could use photon if you want in the description of wave function.
we would get exactly to the same point. I would ask you, what is a photon? It's not going to be any different.
Okay, a photon, I can tell you that.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Um,
Going to start with
a
a point
photon is
particle.
actually it's a photon.
Oh, hopefully you're
It's
not going to
more
start
so
with the same thing. Go ahead, I'm listening.
no, but see, you have to understand. Okay, these entities exist. Okay, and they're described in many different ways. I mean, in a certain way that is just to the extent of what physicists know. But it seems to me you're trying to go away from the notion of the wave
No ad
function,
hominem.
which you can't.
No ad hominem. So don't reference me. I asked you what is a photon. You're welcome to try and explain what a photon is. I'm listening.
Okay, hold on.
You can go back to
So
an electron. You can go to anything you want. You can go back to defining a wave function. Anything you want, but anything you will
yeah,
use, I will ask you to define.
right.
And you can define it
Um,
however you want. But if I don't understand, I'll tell you I don't understand, and we might, we might get nowhere. I'm fine with getting nowhere as long as we were being truthful.
right. But you have to understand these entities are strange entities. Okay, basically what these are. Actually, if you really not
Wait,
want to
wait,
know what
wait, wait,
electron
wait,
is,
wait,
it's an
wait,
electron.
wait, wait,
It's
wait,
an
wait,
electron
wait, wait,
field.
wait, wait, wait,
Hold,
wait,
hold
wait,
on.
wait. No. You said these entities are strange entities. Define
Yes,
strange.
yes.
Define strange. Hmm.
No, they're strange, and I was just about to tell
Are
you.
you going to define
Okay.
strange?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
No. I'm defining
What do you mean by strange? What do
what
you mean
these
by strange?
entities are.
Yeah, what do you mean by strange?
Okay.
You said these entities are strange
Oh,
entities.
it has no
Define strange.
reality. It has no. I mean,
What?
it's just a
Wait, what?
a
What did you say?
probability
Wait,
field.
You said it what?
Okay, listen. Could you shut up? You're really pissing me off. I'm gonna leave if you keep on doing this.
No, you can
Okay.
leave. That's fine.
About like wait, all this stuff. I'm
You
trying to
can
tell
leave.
you. I'm trying to teach
No,
you
you're not.
something.
No, you're not.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Yes.
You're not.
Okay. Yes, I am.
No,
Yes,
you're
I am.
not.
Okay.
I
You don't.
asked you to
You don't know
define.
anything about physics. You
Look.
apparently know nothing about physics.
Oh my God.
Okay.
There,
I have
there
to
we
start
go.
right at the beginning.
Look, I'm gonna have to mute you. I'm sorry. You should leave. I think.
Mute me.
Yeah. I think you should leave.
Okay. No, but like
No,
you don't
no.
know.
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
You
It's fine.
don't know
No.
physics.
Yeah,
Like
it's
even the
fine.
most elementary things.
So that's where every discussion ends, with personal attacks, because they poop their pants when they try to explain everything to them. Oh, I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you. What is an electron? It's a point particle. Oh, it's a point particle. Oh, it's a point particle. Oh my God. Anyway, I just don't want to waste my time. We're busy. We got work. We got work to do. So it's like every discussion turns into a personal attack. These people, they cannot let go of personal attacks. It's like it's impossible to have a discussion with anyone about anything without getting personally attacked. It's like magic. And this guy, he's really curious about Bell's theorem. He's really curious. I'm really curious about Bell's theorem, but you don't know anything. Yeah. Anyway, so Professor Brian Greene, the genius, so he claims that my position, that there is realism, that this particle has a spin. To him, that means that because we're going to have 3 angles of measurement, that means there is 3 spins now. That's my position. He's representing my position. This is my position. And now he's going to show me that my position, which is this, what? Yeah, that's my position. According to him, that's my position. And that's going to lead to incorrect predictions. It's going to be incorrect when we measure it, when we spend billions of dollars building these crazy apparatuses, whatever. It's going to lead, he's going to show me that in reality, that's not what we get. How absurd. Reality is not real. Locality is not local. Cats and dogs are both alive and dead in multiple universes. There's wormholes connecting every elementary particle. Oh my God! Yeah. All thanks to the magic of misrepresenting my position. This is a misrepresentation of my position. Unbelievable. And I've watched it so many times. I've watched it again and again. The first time I wasn't even watching it. I think the first time, I don't know how long it was. I was actually taking a shower while he was talking, and it sounded like I'm never going to understand this. What the heck? Statistics, probability. I was saying to him, I'm never going to understand it. And then I watched it again and again and again and again and again. And then it hit me. Suddenly it hit me. He's misrepresenting my position. He's strawmanning my position. I don't even want to call it. This is just misrepresentation. This is just disinformation. That the position of realism and localism entail that there's 3 definite spins created with the particles because we're going to end up measuring along 3 different angles. What is this nonsense? What is this nonsense? And you look at his face, and he's a genius by any measure. This guy is a super duper genius, just amazing and lovely guy. M- Lovely, lovely, lovely. I love him. He's so down to earth, and he's trying to explain physics, and he's probably a businessman and a family man, and he's so nice, and he spends his time with us. This is his organization, World Science Festival. That's him and his wife. I mean, just the seems to be the absolute nicest guy in the world and smartest. Just the best combination. And looking at him explaining this, you would think the last thing you would think, he's misrepresenting the position he's arguing against. It's not even arguing against. It's like what is this? What is this lunacy? What is this lunacy? Where does this come from? Why would you say this? Anyway, so I need to write a paper about this. Definitely need to write a paper just about this, because this is Brian Greene. This is Professor Columbia. This is top notch. Right now, this is the best you can get. This is the best we can get. He's had 4 years to think about it. I think I looked at all the comments. I don't think anyone brought this up. I think in all the comments, no one brought it up. Right, this is at around 30 minutes. This is 30 minutes into the video. This is where he begins. I don't think anyone brought this up. This is 14 minutes. I wish there was a more convenient way to search comments. 15 minutes. I don't know if 4 years ago there was already a way to denote a timestamp. So it takes a long time to look through, and there's no way I can't just. Yes, Imjush, how are you?
You're talking to yourself, man.
Yes, I talk to myself. I yell at myself. Yeah.
Shame, bro. Shame. Shame.
Shame?
Shame.
Why shame?
Yeah, shame on you.
Why? What's wrong with talking to yourself?
Hush, hush. Shame on you.
What? Oh my god. Oh, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. All right. All right. How long have we been here? This we can make a short video. I think this is a good video, just in of itself, for people to share. It had, a little bit of everything: a small debate, or a couple of nice small debates, and I stood my ground. As soon as people, when they start the personal attack, that's when you really should let them go, because it might just go downhill from there. So when they and sometimes it's difficult to tell that they're attacking you, like when they laugh at you as you speak. They basically don't let you speak. They laugh while you speak. So it doesn't sound like a personal attack, but that's a personal attack. Made me go, wow, that's 32. We're looking at 30 minutes. At 30 minutes into the video, it's difficult to tell even how deep into the video we are. Oh, there it is. I don't agree. There it is. Look at this. I don't agree because spin is not classical rotational. Think of, yeah, I saw this the other day. So is, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't agree because spin is not classical rotation. Think of precession around z-axis. SZ, I don't know what is SZ. Spin in the Z is fixed, but SX, SY don't. Remember, Stern Gerlach is not a detector, is a orientator. Only two possible outcomes. I'm not I don't know what he's saying. It's a little bit in the correct direction, and it's edited. Oh no!
according
Oh
to Albert
no!
Einstein. Einstein
Oh
says
no! We
again,
lost
particles
everything.
have definite features. When you measure something, you measure something that's already there. So if we're measuring the particle spins along axis 1
We lost
by
everything.
this particle creation in the center there, it sends the particles out left and right.
Yeah, we lost everything. Oh my god, this is such a waste of time. Anyway, I don't know if anybody else said it. So I'm thinking maybe we should stop here. I'll go grab a bite because I'm a little bit hungry. And then I'll come back and I don't know, maybe I should write a paper about this. I might want to write a paper because just to nail it down, this needs nailing down. Yeah, we should write a paper about this. There has to be a paper just about this, just debunking Brian Greene. We should make a video debunking Brian Greene's debunking Bell's theorem. This is debunking Brian Greene's Professor Brian Greene's video on Bell's theorem. And now we can remove all that. We didn't discuss any of that. Debunking Professor Brian Greene's video on Bell's theorem. And some debates about objective truth and the wave function. Debunking Professor, so we can call him Professor Brian Greene's video on Bell's theorem. Debates, objective truth, wave function. So debate, wave function, and that's it. Let me see. So debunking Professor Brian Greene's video on Bell's theorem, debate, objective truth, debate, wave function. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's stop here, and I'll take a break, and I'll be back. Let me sign out of here and out of here. See you later.